In this video, I will share 5 changes that helped transform me from a shy boy that was so afraid of socializing to a self-assured, normal man. Now, the fourth point that I will share in particular is not politically correct, but that is why it works. Now, before that, here's a little bit about my past. Now, before implementing and finding out all these things which I accumulated through my life experience in the past 10 years, before all these things, I was a very cerebral young kid, very intellectual, loved reading books, a very left brain mathematics kind of person. And I tried calculating being social. I was trying to think what's the best way to socialize in a way that I wouldn't make any mistakes. Now, it didn't help that I had poor skin and acne. I was somehow a people pleaser, that I was very afraid of awkward silences. I'm very afraid of just silence in social situations in general. And I didn't really know how to interact with the opposite gender. Nowadays, I am calm and centered in social situations. I feel like I have nothing to prove, really. I still do not have the best skin, but now I genuinely value my opinion over others simply because they are mine. Nowadays, I have a healthy relationship with women. So what I'm going to share in this video, it does come from my life experience in the past 10 to 15 years from being a nervous social wreck to nowadays what I feel like is a normal, comfortable human being. Point number one, the mindset. Being normal is enough. I repeat, being normal is enough. If you are socially anxious, don't try to conjure in your mind like this perfect social scenario where you don't make mistakes. I know people do say, "Oh, don't say ums whenever you speak," but why not just lean into it and just your way through, but accept that. You see, brainy and calculative people whose brain like malfunction in social situations, they simply set their expectations too high. You are enough. You already have enough conversational value. Just by being a good listener, being able to give eye contact, having your own thoughts, you are already a unique and valuable human being. And if normal is the benchmark, as long as you do not act weird or try to overcompensate or try and be too out there, you will be fine. It's okay to just give people your attention. In fact, nowadays, attention and giving people your presence is something that a lot of people no longer know how to do. Just be relaxed and nod. Be laid back and just chill. Normal in this sense of the word means that you do not need to try and aim to be funny. Okay? No need to aim to be charismatic. Just be simple or maybe even boring. Set your social bar low, and the surprising thing is you will start to socialize even better when you start at a low point, because then it actually kickstarts your socializing. And once you get into a certain momentum, sometimes you start to socialize in a way where you feel so free, there is a connection, and you start to enjoy that social flow. Be okay being normal. Point number 2, NoFap works. A strong and good physique reduces anxiety. Particularly for NoFap, what I realized is that it really helps with eye contact in social situations. Now, I do not exactly know the science behind it, but what I do know is that whenever in the past I did relapse, meaning I jerked one off to pornography, I will find that it's like maybe you have shameful eyes. It's just a bit more difficult to look people in the eye. But nowadays, after my whole no-fap journey, it's okay to just look at someone and just be calm and just observe them, give them attention. Your anxiety will slowly start to drop when you are able to stay pure on no-fap. Now, it's very interesting because when you have this sense of chill, this sense of centeredness from no-fap, it allows you to just focus on the conversation. It makes a big difference. And if you have been neglecting no-fap, please consider starting this journey again. Number 3, becoming physically aesthetic helps. Okay, if you are out of shape, every single day when you look at yourself in the mirror, there is something in you that, well, I mean, you can brush it off, but you would wish that you looked better physically. The positive feedback from other people does help, but this is something that will take time. Check out YouTube videos on getting fitter. Start doing a push-up. Start going to the gym. Take small steps, but start exercising more. And this starts to do 2 things. Number 1, you start to be more disciplined. And a disciplined body leads to a disciplined mind, and vice versa. And number 2, you start to develop bits and pieces of self-esteem, meaning that you start to say that, hey, actually, I'm not bad. So that's something that is absolutely important. Become physically aesthetic. Mainly because we do live in a vain world. When you look good, people tend to give you a lot of benefit of the doubt. They may listen more to you when you speak as well. So definitely take note of this. Now, number 4, judge people rationally. Judge people rationally. And I do mean in your mind, if you do think that someone is stupid, have a reason for why you think so, but do judge them in your mind. Here's the mindset. Most people in life really aren't that amazing. The average person is scared, confused, conforms to society, etc., etc. Most average human beings do not even think that much, actually. They do not really formulate their own thoughts that much. Genuinely ask yourself, do you really care what the average person thinks of you, a random stranger, what they think of you? Do not give people more power than is necessary to affect your life. When you are socially anxious, what it means is that you are actually afraid of judgment, like as if it will cause your life to come to an end because you piss some powerful people off. But if you actually open your eyes and look at society today, most people aren't that powerful, number 1, and most people in fact are pretty weak. Do you seriously care what the average human being thinks about you? And honestly, if they are being an ass to you, you should judge them rationally and ask yourself, based on your own principle, what do you think of this person? And if you judge them as not worthy of your time, then cut them off from your life. Be that rational judge and say, this person is guilty, this person is not, this person is good, this person is bad. Until and unless you can have all these thoughts in your mind, you simply become a victim of your environment. Whoever happens to be around you just happens to be important, but you have no say because you have not developed a value judgment of what is good and what is bad in your life. For me, there was a period when I started going out and meeting people, especially women, on dates. And what I realized after genuinely going on these dates and listening to them is that really after a while, it no longer, there is no, I don't feel impressed by the actual conversations that are being had, because most people tend to just think what they are told to think. Most humans are not that impressive. Maybe some are, but in general, you shouldn't be that concerned about what people think about you. And it just suddenly clicked in my mind. Do you genuinely care about what these people think? And my genuine answer was not really, because after a while, maybe 2 hours later, I might never ever see them in my life. So after a while, I realized that, hey, actually, we're all mortals, right? Here today, gone tomorrow, and we will no longer be around in a bit. So why are we all so afraid just to socialize? I do not have to let other people's thoughts and opinions affect me. All are but mortals, and most are unimpressive anyway. Now I leave you with final point number 5. It is okay not to smile. It is okay not to smile, especially for all you people pleasers out there. A girl in my life once told me that, hey, you appear quite aloof, but I appreciate the fact that amidst many things, you at least show me that it's okay to show a negative face, right? That's what she said to me. Like, she said that, oh, you seem okay not smiling, and I respect that. Now, what happened was I was authentically tired, so I simply showed my tired face. Don't be the guy that's not okay with just showing a black face or showing an angry face simply because it's not politically correct, etc. If you're tired, show a tired face. If you're angry, show the angry face, and lean into your authenticity. In all these things, you can actually find yourself. Now, you may not have to act on it. Okay, just because I'm angry doesn't mean that I start lashing out in anger. That's called self-control. But I do not deny the fact that something pisses me off. It's okay to be angry, and once you channel that as a man even, it makes you more powerful. It makes you more assertive. Accept your current state. If you're excited, lean into it. If you're feeling chill, lean into it. If you're tired, lean into it. You don't have to smile. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Now, all these are not easy. It took me years, I understand. But I want you to know that it can be done, and you can experience the freedom of socializing and experiencing yourself no matter which stage you are on. I believe in you. Be unapologetically free.